seemed to sway him. Unfortunately, I lost my patience after that, and now he won't even come near me. If anyone can convince him, though, it's you.
Town, cleaning up the mess that beastly soldier woman created by offending everyone. You must have a golden tongue, getting folks to enlist after that. You won't persuade me, though. I can't leave town. Not now. Because I'm close. I've been courting Gwendolyn for 3 years, and I think I'm finally close to winning her heart. If I leave town now, by the time I get back, she'd probably have married someone else. I couldn't live with that. That would make everything perfect. If I had her love, I could enlist and fight with the strength of 10 soldiers. It's not going to happen, though. It's going to take something special to win her heart. And I haven't a clue as to what that is. Good luck with that. I've been trying to figure her out for years now. I think maybe she just enjoys playing with my emotions. If you can help me win her heart, though, I'll enlist. I'll do anything you want, in fact.
Don't get me wrong. You're very attractive, and I'm sure you're very nice. But I'm not seeing any new suitors. I have my hands full already with that pathetic young man you probably saw standing around outside. It's not that I don't like him. He's brave, kind, and handsome. He's perfectly acceptable. He's just not very exciting. I don't know that I love him. I'm not even sure he loves me. I keep trying to tell him. It's just some childish infatuation. I don't know. I want the feeling from the storybooks. I want my skin to flush and my heart to quicken. I want butterflies in my stomach and to be unsure whether to laugh or cry. Julian just makes me bored. Someone in town has to be more romantic. Hello there.
I've been thinking. Gwendolyn says I don't really love her. It's just some kind of silly infatuation. I think I need to make a grand gesture to prove my love to her. Something spectacular to show her how I really feel. Something romantic, something unique. I know. A bouquet of rare flowers, though I'd need help picking them. Or I could serenade her with a poem. Of course, I don't know any poems. Or maybe a beautiful necklace. What do you think? I think so too. I noticed her flirting with a minstrel once. She practically swooned whenever he opened his mouth. Anyhow, now we just need a poem. Surely someone around here knows some poetry. Find a good poem and I'll serenade Gwen with my love.
Just resting the legs for a few minutes here and letting my friends graze. No matter how bad things get, I'm always grateful that I have work that I love. It's not everyone who finds their true calling. I'm a cattle wrangler. I ride around these parts watching people's herds. I've been working for the Edralds for most of the last few years. I just came up here to track down a few bulls that had managed to wander off. Oh, of course! I love poems. They're very personal, though. You have to write them from your heart. I have some amazing ones, but I wouldn't feel comfortable sharing them. You should write one yourself. Everyone should. I'm a cattle wrangler. I ride a...
In the springtime so fair, the ladies sow the seed. When harvest rolls around, I'm still drinking mead. Are you jesting? I'm an expert. I won last year's poetry joust in Orsinium. I know every poem ever written in all of orc history. All 12 of them. By heart, too. Oh, again with the jests. I wrote the best love poem ever. Makes all the ladies fall madly in lust. I mean love. I could recite it for you, but I'll do you one better. I'll write it down. Here.
I would stand here and drink myself to death, but I can't even afford to do that. My mother told me that if I became a poet, I would starve to death. When I wrote a book, I thought I had proven her wrong, but it's come to nothing. Yes, for whatever that's worth. I haven't had a decent meal in more than a week. Who wants to buy a book of silly love poems while the countryside is ravaged by civil war? You will? Really? That's so good of you! A patron of the arts and a poet's savior you are. I can't thank you enough. You just saved my life. And more importantly, you saved my art.
The more I think about this poetry idea, the more I like it. It's the perfect way to show Gwendolyn both the strength of my mind and the depth of my passion. I think I'll call her outside and serenade her in front of the whole town. Well, no, I was planning how I was going to do it, not what I was going to say. I thought you were handling that part. Do you find anyone in town who knows anything about poetry? Really? Write it myself? I never thought of that. I'm much better when I'm spontaneous. I'll just make something up as I go along. Yes. I'll just let it come from my heart and pour straight out of my mouth. Follow me. Fair Gwendolyn, come forth and hear my words of love!
This should be interesting.
I look at you coming down the stair, and I wonder, did you forget to brush your hair?
My hair? How could you embarrass me like this? Go away, Julian. Go away and never come back.
I guess maybe I should have planned that better. Oh, what have I done? I've ruined my whole life in 2 sentences! I can't believe it. After all the years I've spent courting her, just a handful of words and she casts me aside. How could she be so heartless? No. I'll never find another woman like Gwendolyn. I'll never love again. My life will just be empty and sad. Honestly, I don't know if I can go on. I can feel my heart breaking apart inside my chest. It hurts so bad. I guess. It sounds mad, but you're right. I really do want to die now, and it might as well be for a good cause. Tell Captain Thayer I'll be along soon.
Don't feel bad. I knew Julian was a hopeless case. A man who's sick in love is a sad man indeed. I feel sorry for him, really. Enlisting would have probably helped set him straight. I can't believe it. I said I was going to eat my dagger, didn't I? I hope you'll let me off on that one. I'm really embarrassed. Here, I couldn't manage to get a single recruit, and you come behind me and get 3. None that are worth our time, and I'll have my hands full whipping these 3 into shape anyhow. The General's jaw's going to hit the dirt when I march them in. I'll tell him I had help, of course. I don't want him assigning me this duty again. All right, recruits. Fall in. I want to see the prettiest march to Shornhelm in history.
Brothers and dark days are upon us, friend. Arce's foes spread like wildfire. Only his holy relics can save us now. Yes, the legacy of Arce's saints, imbued with his power. Our sacred mission is to find these relics and use them to stem the undead tide. 3 Knights of Arce obey my commands. I sent them out to the locations described in our order scrolls, but none have returned. Would you try to find them and bring back... Find my knights and bring back Arce's relics. They're our only hope now against the dead tide. Each knight went to a different site rumored to contain a relic. Mathion went to Flyleaf Catacombs, Edway to Sanguine Barrows, and Cecibel to Lacrata Ruins.
There you are. Ah, I take it Gwendis found you. And I assume that you dealt with Rosal Jewel? Then we are ready to begin. Let's find out why they tried so hard to hide this place from my memories. A forgotten tumble of ruins in the desolate Locrati Hills. I found a trapdoor that should grant us access to the chambers beneath, but it's locked tight. Look around for a way to open the trapdoor, and I'll meet you in the West Tower. I advise caution, my friend. As with Rosal Jewel and Camp Tamriel, I have a feeling that the enemy remains at least one step ahead of us. Since I assume that Montclair's memory was never affected, who knows what we may find in the ruins below? Of course. It isn't as though we're trying to save Rivenspire or anything, now is it? Go ahead, ask your questions. Larea was a sweet young woman, committed to her family and infatuated with me. She didn't ask for what happened to her, but that doesn't excuse her behavior since. Her father gave her command of a portion of his troops, just as he did with Rosal Jewel. She's been active in the north and east, creating blood fiends and causing chaos. I assume she has her eye on North Point. It would make a handsome prize. When you restored my missing memories, I recalled that the Iliad manuscript mentioned 2 ancient outposts, the Doomcrag and a place in the hills to the east. My research indicates an Ayleid ruin lies beneath this abandoned Breton fortress.